All right, what's my favorite type of feeding tube and why? Okay, now certain feeding tubes have certain indications, don't get me wrong. So we'll go through a few of them, but my favorite is what's called a GJ feeding tube. That is a gastrojejunostomy feeding tube. So the reason I like it a lot, especially in trauma, is we put the gastrostomy portion of the tube here, and it's got 3 ports, okay, into the stomach, where there is then a balloon here, okay? So that is your G port, okay? Then we feed this tube all the way down through the duodenum, past the ligament of Treitz, and then into the jejunum. So then there's fenestrations and holes here as well. That would be the J port. So what's really cool in either gastric, duodenal, or proximal jejunal trauma is we can put this guy in here, have the G port to overside drainage, gravity drainage, just emptying the stomach. Then we can do tube feeds through the J portion, distal to any gastric, duodenal, or proximal jejunal trauma. And then this here is for the balloon, okay? And of note, you should always fill that up with 10 cc's of sterile water, not sodium chloride, because it can damage the integrity of the balloon. Sterile water. So that's why I like a GJ the most. The next common, and we PEXI this up to the anterior abdominal, would be just a regular old G tube, okay? Would be an open G tube, so that would just end here. Or the one we do most commonly is a PEG tube, which is a percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube. But that's in patients that don't have crazy trauma to the stomach, duodenum, or proximal jejunum, whereas this guy is my best friend, and I love, love, love that tube.